They found it in silence, covered in dust, choked by time, its once glorious body dulled to rust in memory. To most people, it was a corpse, a forgotten relic from the 1960s. But to a few, it was something else, a heartbeat waiting to return. This was no ordinary car. This was the Lamborghini Miura. It began, as all great restorations do, not with a roar, but with silence. In a forgotten storage shed on the outskirts of Kyoto, Japan, under a gray tarp and decades of dust, sat what looked like a broken dream. The once glorious lines of a Lamborghini Miura SVR were barely visible beneath layers of grime and neglect. Its paint was faded, its wheels rusted, its heart, a mighty V12, long since fallen silent. To most people, it was scrap. To a few, it was sacred. The Lamborghini Miura wasn't just another classic car. Created in 1966 by a small, rebellious team inside Lamborghini's factory, the Miura was pure revolution, a mid-engine masterpiece that defied Ferrari, stunned the world, and turned Lamborghini from a tractor builder into a legend. Its curves were sculpted by Marcello Gandini, a young designer who turned steel into emotion. Its heart, a 3.9-liter V12, was positioned transversely behind the seats, something unheard of at the time. And its sound. It wasn't an exhaust note. It was opera. By the time production ended in 1973, just 764 Miuras had been made, each one a hand-built piece of art, but among them, there was one special variant, the Miura SVR, a one-off evolution of the race-inspired Miura Jota concept. It was wild, aggressive, raw, the bull unleashed. And this very car, chassis number 3781, had vanished for decades. Then, in 2015, a whisper reached Lamborghini's heritage division, Polo Storico, the department, dedicated to restoring historic models to their original glory. The lost SVR had been found. When experts from Sant'Agata Bolognese arrived to inspect it, they were stunned. The car was in ruin. The interior had collapsed, wiring was corroded, the once mighty V12 seized in silence. But even beneath decay, the soul of the Miura was still there, fierce, proud, and unbroken. The team decided immediately, it must live again. The Miura was shipped back to Italy, crated like a fragile artifact, its cracked body resting like a sleeping beast returning home. When the crate opened at the factory, mechanics, designers, and even former engineers gathered to see it. Some of them had built Miuras half a century earlier. For a moment, the workshop fell silent, the kind of silence that comes before reverence. The restoration would take 19 months. But it wouldn't just be about bolts and paint. It would be about respect. Every detail, from the magnesium wheels to the handmade switchgear, had to be brought back with absolute authenticity. No shortcuts, no modern substitutes. Only the original heartbeat reborn. But before they could rebuild, they had to understand every scar, every modification, every choice the car had endured across its life in Japan. Over the years, the SVR had been modified for racing, then altered again for a famous Japanese manga series, Circuit no Kami, the Circuit Wolf. It was a car that had lived several lives already. Inside the quiet halls of Polo Storico, the Lamborghini Heritage Division, the Miura's rebirth began. The same factory that once echoed with the hammers of artisans in the 1960s now buzzed again with energy. Engineers, designers, and historians gathered around the battered frame of the Miura SVR, their task monumental. Before a single wrench turned, the restoration team did what few modern workshops ever attempt. They studied. Hundreds of photographs were laid across the workbench. Original blueprints were pulled from archives yellowed by time. Notes from the car's original engineers were read aloud, like scripture. The team needed to remember how the Miura was meant to feel, not just how it was built. But why? Then came the first cut. Piece by piece, the Miura was stripped down to its bare bones. Every panel, every rivet, every bolt was removed and catalogued. What remained was the skeleton of a supercar, a raw curving frame that once carried dreams at 180 miles per hour. The air smelled of oil, rust, and reverence. When the body panels came off, hidden damage was revealed. Corrosion spreading through the chassis, cracks along the suspension mounts, imperfections caused by decades of neglect. Most restorations would replace these with new metal. Well, but not here. The artisans of Polo Storico decided to heal, not replace. They reshaped, reforged, and repainted every inch using the same tools and techniques the original craftsmen used in 1968. Every decision was a battle between modern convenience and historical purity. They could have fitted new materials, lighter alloys, updated electronics, but that would have erased the Miura's soul. So they went back in time instead. The V12 engine, frozen for decades, was dismantled with surgical precision. Each piston and valve was inspected, restored, or remade by hand to exact specifications. When the crankshaft finally turned again, the entire workshop stopped. It was as if the car had taken its first breath. Meanwhile, artisans worked on the interior, hand-stitching black leather, matching the grain and scent of the 1970s material. Every dial and switch was rebuilt by hand, each bearing the unmistakable charm of Italian imperfection. Even the steering wheel, worn smooth by the hands of time, was polished but never replaced. Its imperfections were memories too precious to erase. Outside, the body took shape again. The Miura SVR's unique wide arches, aggressive vents, and racing details returned under the skilled hands of metal shapers who treated every curve like sculpture. They mixed the original paint formula, a deep metallic red that shimmered like molten fire. By month 12, the Miura was whole again, but silent. It looked perfect, yet its heart hadn't spoken. The mechanics called it the calm before thunder. On a quiet afternoon in Sant'Agata, they connected the fuel lines, checked the pressure, and turned the key. The morning of the Miura's rebirth felt different. The air over Sant'Agata Bolognese hung heavy with anticipation. After nearly 2 years of delicate restoration, the reborn Lamborghini Miura SVR was ready to do what it was created for, not to sit under lights, but to move. Mechanics stood silently around it, their faces reflecting both pride and disbelief. The body gleamed in Rossa Miura, a deep, liquid red that seemed to pulse with life under the sunlight. The black vents, the golden wheels, the hand-shaped panels, everything looked as though time itself had turned back to 1968. A soft click, the ignition turned, the air trembled. The V12 coughed once, then unleashed a sound that could wake mountains, a feral, thunderous roar that rolled through the factory grounds. It wasn't noise. It was emotion. It was the echo of Ferruccio Lamborghini's defiance, the spirit of an era where passion meant everything. As the car rolled out of the workshop, its shadow glided across the floor like a ghost returning to life. Test driver Valentino Bel, Lamborghini's legendary chief test driver, slid behind the wheel, the same man who had tested countless Miuras half a century earlier. His hands rested gently on the old steering wheel, a smile tugging at his face. "Let's bring the bull home," he whispered. And with that, the Miura leaped forward. Out on the open road, the V12 sang again, not a scream, but a symphony. The engine revved past 7,000 RPM with the same unfiltered fury that once made journalists call it the most beautiful noise in the world. The smell of oil and fuel, the heat radiating through the cabin, the way the steering danced in the driver's hands, it wasn't just a drive. It was resurrection. People on the roadside stopped, phones forgotten, jaws open. They weren't watching a car, they were watching art in motion. The Miura had come back not as a museum piece, but as proof that beauty, when born of passion, never truly dies. When the car returned to the factory courtyard, the entire Polo Storico team gathered. Some applauded, others simply stared in awe. The journey was complete, from rust and ruin to roaring perfection. A few months later, Lamborghini unveiled the restored Miura SVR to the world at a private event in Japan, the same country where it had once slept in silence. When the Crimson Bull rolled onto the stage, the audience fell silent. Cameras flashed, and for a moment, everyone in that room knew they were witnessing history, the rebirth of one of the greatest cars ever built. Collectors, enthusiasts, even rival car makers called it the finest restoration in modern automotive history. But for Lamborghini, it meant something deeper. It was proof that their past still had a heartbeat. The Miura wasn't just the world's first supercar. It was the soul of Lamborghini, the foundation of everything the brand stands for today. And through its resurrection, the company reminded the world that greatness doesn't age, it evolves.